Howdy, everybody, and welcome to White Bear Lake here at the South Campus, home to the Bears. Tonight, the Wildcats from Chisago Lakes are in town to take on your Bears. Alongside Michael Lawrence, I'm Jeff Brand. Glad to have you with us.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great day to have volleyball. It's a little bit humid in this gym right now. It feels like there's no AC on. So this is second game of the year for both these teams. So it's definitely going to see like how well they're going to be conditioned. I don't know if this is like the home court advantage for White Bear that they decided to employ, but it's a little sticky in here.
Absolutely. We take a look at the matchup for tonight. The Wildcats from Chisago Lake, Michael.
Yeah, last season they lost their opener to Coon Rapids. Then in the Section 7 AAA tournament last year, they lost to Forest Lake in the first round. Sure, they kind of want to build upon this season, and hopefully they can advance farther into that tournament.
And after a rough year last year, the Bears from White Bear Lake opened up the season with a win versus the Packers from South St. Paul. Last year they fell to the Royals out of Woodbury in the 4 AAA tournament. But as they get ready for a new season here, head coach of the Bears, we spoke with the head coach of the Bears, Courtney Sabat, and Michael, she touched on how they've got some exciting plans for this year and hoping that things work out a little better than they have in the years past here.
Yeah, this is her first season as a head coach for the Bears, and she's hoping to use this year as a building year, try and lay foundations for future teams. But hey, she has some goals for this year's team, and it starts tonight against the Wildcats.
Should be a good one tonight. We get ready for the Wildcats from Chisago Lake in town to take on the Bears from White Bear Lake. Tip-off is next. And welcome back as we get ready to get started here. Both teams now getting in their pregame huddle. Michael, we should be in for a treat here tonight.
Oh, for sure. I mean, this is the second game for both these teams. I mean, it's still going to feel out like what they have for themselves and like try and like improve upon in order to get into conference play. I mean, there's still a fair amount of time to see what they can do and see what they can get done.
Certainly. Also, another thing that head coach Sabat of the Bears had touched on, a couple key players to keep an eye on. Senior leadership from number 21, Cara Guion. And also told us keep an eye out on the sophomore setter, number 7, Brooke Spees. She's got some high hopes for years to come for Brooke.
You know, anytime you can kind of get like an underclassman into your varsity roster, you know she has a fair amount of talent.
Absolutely. As we get ready to get started underway here, Chisago will start out with the serve. And we are underway. The Bears set up, hammer down, and a nice defensive stop dig there. Back the other way, no good, over the net. The Bears strike first.
Yeah, Cassie Lynch just unable to get enough oomph underneath the ball to get it over the net, which leads to the Bears' first point of the game.
Yeah, this is Spees, the sophomore. Nice serve over, and the Bears back at it again. Nice play there. Taryn DeLong, the senior, with the putback.
You know, it really speaks to Spees' ability if she's starting off as setter for White Bear, even as a sophomore.
Spees' second serve goes deep and out of play, so Chisago will take over with the serve. Now serving for the Wildcats, number 8. This is Cassie Lynch. Bears set up, and a whammo, a nice dig there by the Wildcats. And that'll be a point for the Bears.
Yeah, it looked like number 14, Carmen Baki's just got a little too over the net, and it gives the points, and the ref awards the point to the Bears. Have to stay on your side of the net in volleyball.
Absolutely, a good break there for the Bears as they lead it here 3-1 in the early stages. Serve is over, played by the Cats. Spees with the set. And the hammer counted, it's good. That's Guion, one of our players to watch here tonight.
Yeah, Guion did a nice job of muscling the ball over the net, just through the Wildcat blockers. They're just unable to make it go across the net for them.
Wildcats set up, and it's dropped in there nicely. A little touch play by Marie Finch for the point for the Wildcats.
Just doing an excellent job of getting the ball over and finding that soft spot in the White Bears zone.
Wildcats will take over with the serve. Back to serve for the Cats is number 11. This is Brooke Mueller, senior. And the Bears play it up. And counted, it's good. A nice touch there once again by Guillen. Set it right in the perfect spot.
Coach said watch for her, and she's coming up big for White Bear in the early going.
Back to serve now for the Bears is number 1, Rachel Hazard. And Hazard sends it deep. And unable to play it was Madeline Sarazig. And the Bears pick up the easy point.
Yeah. Sarazig just didn't get the right amount of hit on that ball and kind of just goes behind her and leads to the easy White Bear point.
Bears serve over and good. Wildcats look to set up. Touch play, easily played back by the Bears. Spiess with the set. The hammer is nice defensive stop by the Wildcats.
Yeah, that's just a good block right there, reading the offense attackers for White Bear, and just they got their hands on the ball and got a successful block out of the deal.
Junior forward Sarah Craig able to get up in the way. The Wildcats pick up the point. The Bears still lead it 6-3 early in this first game. Spiess with the set. There's Guillen with the hammer, easily played by the Cats. Guillen again with a touch over. Wildcats there. And a hammer right off the net, unable to go. That was Carmen Backus for the Wildcats. But the net had other options. Got our first substitution here tonight. Coming into the game, this is Anessa Lake as Michaela Gratz takes a seat, and Lake will serve. Wildcats at the net with a nice spike, but he's played back by the Bears. And once again, it's the senior Guillen sending it over. Wildcats unable to handle it.
Yeah, the White Bear setters know exactly who they're going to, and that's Guillen, and she has been set up multiple times so far.
And the drive there by Lake goes deep, so the Wildcats will regain the serve. Back to serve for the Cats. This is Backus. Backus sends it deep, and that one falls out of play.
Yeah, just a little too much muscle on that serve.
Now here's Guillen, the go-to player for the Bears. Back to serve. Sends it back and once again falls deep. So both teams showing some muscle here with the overhand thrust.
Yeah, it's still early going and it's also an early season. I mean, there's still going to be a couple of early game jitters for both of these teams. Still just trying to develop an identity of who themselves set the tone for the rest of the season.
This is Craig for the Wildcats, sends it easily over. Nice play by the Bears as Spiess sets up. Hall slams her home for the Bears point. Yeah. Bears lead it now 10-5 here early in the first match.
Yeah, Hall knew exactly where she was going. She had a pretty good vision and seeing that soft spot in the zone.
Courtney Hall, the junior forward, sends it over. Wildcats look to set up. Slam down and a nice spike there by Brooke Mueller, the senior captain for the Wildcats.
Yeah, it looked like the White Bear defenders were trying to hoping that would go out of bounds, but it just came up short for them.
So the Wildcats pick up the serve. Back to serve now the other senior captain. This is Rachel Grunter for the Cats. Spiess with the play, but a little short and unable to get on it was Haley Vance. The Wildcats pick up the easy point. Grunter again sends the serve over deep. Played back by Guillen. Spiess sets far side, slammed and counted. Nice play there on the far set. And Anessa Lake was there to finish it up.
White Bear definitely favoring that left side of the net for them. Seems to get multiple scoring opportunities on that side for them.
Back into the game for the Bears is Michaela Gratz as Lake takes a breather. Wildcats send a push over. Spieth sets backside, slammed. A nice job by the Cats on the block. Brooke Mueller, senior captain, all over it.
Yeah, she did an excellent job just reading the jump and jumps up at the exact same time in order to get that block.
So the Bears lead it 11-8 here early on. The Wildcats with a couple of nice defensive stops thus far. Back to serve for the Wildcats. This is Cassie Lynch. Sends it over. Once again, this is Spieth. Set up. Another stop by the Cats. Far side. Slam. Tipped up front. Cats continue to play it. Sent over. And a free ball there. Sent over. Wildcats easily play. Set up. Far side. A nice block up front there. And the Wildcats pick up the point as I believe the net was touched.
No, a good volleyball, or a good volley by both teams, extending, trying to get those points. Yeah, the Wildcats just haven't been able to get over the hump. I mean, the Bears have just been extending their lead little by little, and they just haven't been, the Wildcats haven't been able to get their first lead of the game.
Vance sends it up over to Spieth. And the hammer's a little out of play, little long, I should say, out of play. Wildcats pick up another point as they cut the lead to 1. White Bear leads it 11-10 here in the opening frame. Back to serve for the Cats. Sent over. Spieth tried to catch him off guard with a touch play. Carry called, I believe. See if we can get an official call here. Yep, looks like a carry was called on the Wildcats. White Bear picks up the point. Back to serve for the Bears. This is Madison Vale, the senior. Wildcats set up. Touched at the net. Spieth sets up backside, slammed, and a nice Wildcat defensive stop. Free ball for the Cats. They look to set up. Touch play covered by the Bears. Tapped around the net, and the Bears get the point.
No, Spieth did an excellent job just reading the defender. Notice she didn't have to spike it, so she just has a nice little touch on the ball and gets the point for White Bear.
Bears lead it 13-10. Back to serve is Vale. Sent over. Tough play here for the Cats. Nice recovery. Up front, Spieth again. And it just falls out of play. A nice opportunity there for Courtney Hall, but a little wide of the zone. Back to serve for the Wildcats. This is the senior captain, Brooke Mueller, as she sends it over deep. White Bear there to play. Guion sends it inside, and it looks like it falls out of bounds. Wildcats pick up the point.
Yeah, it seems to be about Guion's first mistake of the night. She doesn't have too many of those in this first game.
Wildcats to serve. They send it over far side, and it falls out of play. White Bear picks up the point and the serve.
Yeah, it looked like that was an easy call for the ref, and it was clearly out of bounds.
Back to serve for the Bears. This is the senior Rachel Hazard, number 1. She sends it over, easily played up. Far side, hammered. Nice job by Hazard there. Touch play just off the mark. Gratz put it in the right spot. And for the Wildcats, Sarah Craig got a hand on it, but just couldn't get it over the net.
Yeah, she just wasn't in a position just to get in front of that ball.
Wildcats from the backcourt, can't get it to go. The Bears pick up another point. Tough break there for the Wildcats, as I don't think they had a back set in mind, but that's how things shook out. 16-12, White Bear leads it. Hazard sends it over, played up to the front. Tapped over, easy ball for White Bear. It falls out of play. They let it go and pick up another point.
Yeah, this is about the largest lead for White Bear, and it looks like Chisago elects to take a timeout. Yeah, for the most time, this has been a pretty close game, but White Bear definitely kind of out in front for the most part, kind of with either a 2 or 3 point lead, and now they extended it up to 5 points. Chisago just hasn't been able to get over the hump in this first game.
Yeah, here early on, you could see White Bear's doing a nice job. As we had spoke with head coach Courtney Sabat, she had mentioned that the play of sophomore setter Brooks Spiess, and she's been huge thus far.
Yeah, and so has Kara Guion, another player that Coach Sabat highlighted when we sat down and talked with her. I mean, yeah, Coach Sabat knows her playmakers, and they've been doing an excellent job in this first game.
Take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Bears. Up next is Robbinsdale Cooper. You see the remaining rest of the schedule there with Woodbury and St. Croix Prep later in the month of September. Back at it now, Hazard for the Bears, sends it over. Chisago with a huge spike there by Carmen Backus, but the Bears are there to shut the door. A nice defensive stop there. Back the other way, touched up, played nicely by Chisago. Bears can't get it to go. And a nice heads-up play there by Sarah Craig, the junior.
And Madison Vale just couldn't get underneath the ball quick enough to dig that ball right in the air.
Back to serve for Chisago. That was Finch. The ball falls a little deep and out of play. Bears will regain the serve. Bears lead it by 4 here in the first match, 18-14. Alongside Michael Lawrence, I'm Jeb Brand. Thanks for joining us tonight as we broadcast from White Bear Lake, the South Campus. Sent over easily. Bears look to set up. This is Spiess. Sets it up nicely, and Courtney Hall sends it over. And another point for the Bears.
You know, with the Bears, it's kind of easy to tell when they set up their sets. It's like where they're going with the ball. I mean, they've been kind of pushing it out in front rather than doing something sneaky, kind of going from behind.
Anessa Lake with the serve there, and it falls a bit deep. So Chisago will regain the serve. Back to serve for the Wildcats. This is Carmen Backus. Sent over. Spiess with the diving play, but unable to corral it. Wildcats pick up the point.
Yeah, Spiess just couldn't get a handle on it after it was kind of like a bad dig that went off a different direction than when she was spinning. It gets the easy point for Santiago.
Played up to the front. Spiess sets. It's hammered over, easily played by the Wildcats. Back up front of the net, tip play. Nice job there. Guion on the far side sends one over, and it's good. Count it. Cara Guion, the point for the Bears. She'll go back to serve.
Yeah, for the most part, Guion has been money on that left side, getting a couple of points here in this first game.
Guion back to serve, sends it over, played up front, set good. Tipped over out front, the Bears can't cover. Guion dove, but a nice job there, just setting it in place there by Sarah Craig for the Wildcats. Bears lead it 20-17 here late in the first match. And this is Craig, the junior, for the Wildcats, back to serve. Serve over, easily played up. Spiess to set, back set. Slam, but nicely played by the Wildcats. Back over. Spiess again, sets. Big stop there by the Wildcats. White Bear able to recover. Far side, hammer, count it. Haley Vance. Nice job there by the senior. White Bear picks up the point. They lead at 21-17.
Yeah, White Bear's just been doing an excellent job just controlling that left side and just been able to get points from over there. And you kind of notice that Santiago was kind of cheating defenders on that side or to kind of prevent it.
Courtney Hall back to serve for the Bears, and quickly a timeout called by head coach Bridget Boudon.
White Bear continue to just extend their lead and keep it the game out of reach from the Wildcats.
Yeah, nice job there right now. And you could see thus far, as we take a look at Chisago's upcoming schedule here.
Yeah, on September 8th, they'll play Forest Lake, and then on the 10th, St. Francis, and then on the 15th, they'll go to St. Michael Albertville, and then return home on the 17th to face Buffalo, and then 2 away games to finish up September at Rush City and Big Lake.
You know, Michael, after watching here this, as we get late here in this first match, one of the big things that I notice is really the play of the Bears kind of centers obviously around Spies, and the head coach, Courtney Sabat, had mentioned how she was a go-to player. I think more than anything, it's really all of the play has been dictated off of her sets thus far, and I think that's the biggest difference thus far.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, they've just been doing an excellent job of getting it to their playmakers.
Back the other way, a nice job by the Wildcats. The spike is good as they cut the lead 21-18 here late in the first game. Wildcats regain possession of the serve. Back to serve is senior captain Rachel Grunter. Sent over. Far side. Spike in and just off the mark. Vance tried to go back corner. It's just a little bit of deep.
The Wildcats going on a little bit of a 2-0 run after the timeout. They're trying to claw their way back in.
Sent over. Guion up to Spies. Back set. A little out of the reach. Is it going to get over? Just out of the reach for Tara DeLong. Yeah. And the Cats now on a 3-0 run. Cut it to a 1-point game. 21-20. Grunter again back to serve. Played up, Guion, touch play. I think it was played by a carry by Spies. Wildcats tie it up here. Timeout taken by head coach Courtney Sabat. So as the Cats tie it up at 21-21, we'll be back right after this timeout.
Watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
Welcome back. Grunter with the serve. 21-21. And a spike is good there by Tara DeLong to give the Bears the lead here late in the first match.
You know, that has to make Coach Sabat happy. I mean, after the timeout and getting the point back after the Wildcats just went on a 4-0 run to tie it back up.
Absolutely. Back to serve as Spies sends it over. Wildcats look to set up. Spike coming off the top of the net. Count it. Point good. Wildcats tie it up back at 22. Back in the game for the Bears is number 6, Michaela Gratz. This one's going to come right down to the wire, Michael.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's been pretty closely.
Tough break there for the Bears as Haley Vance sent a bullet right at Spies and was unable to play it. Played with a carry there. You know, Wildcats take on the lead.
White Bears have been doing an excellent job of getting that first touch. I mean, digging it out. But then on that second touch is where they've been running the problems here in the last couple of series.
Lynch with the serve. Sent up by Vance. Backcourt set. Guion there. Serve is just a bit deep. Wildcats lead it 24-22 late here. We'll see if the Cats can close out this first match. Sent over.
Oh.
Unfortunately played off of Vance. A tough break there. The first set is going to go to the Cats.
Yeah, just a little bit unlucky there if you're a fan of the White Bear team. And you know, it kind of, for the most part, feels like the Wildcats kind of stole one there.
Absolutely.
I mean, for the most part, they were behind all game, and then they were down forwards. Coach took a timeout, then they came back out, tied it up at 21-21, and then they went out and kind of stole this game.
Certainly a tough break there for the senior. Haley Vance has tried to get out of the way, and then the ball inadvertently hit her, which gave the Wildcats the point. So the Cats take the first of this best-of-5 match. We'll be right back after this with our second match.
Everybody has a dream. My
mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
And welcome back to the South Campus here in White Bear Lake alongside Michael Lawrence. I'm Jeb Brand. The Wildcats take the first of this best of 5, Michael. Like you said, I think they stole one.
Yeah, I mean, they were down for the most part of the game, and then kind of an unlucky break from White Bear by Haley Vance just kind of going off the ball, and it gives the Wildcats their final point to secure game number 1. But, I mean, the Bears have just been they just did a good job, and then they kind of got a little discombobulated towards the end of that first game.
Yeah, tough break, is that they certainly were controlling most of the play, and you could tell a lot of their points were executed perfectly, whereas on the other side, Wildcats were benefiting from, just a couple of mishap points here and there. But at the end,
yeah, in the last couple of series, White Bear would do an excellent job on the first touch, but then the second touch, they would run into a couple of problems, just unable to connect to get their offense going.
Match 2 underway as Spieth sets it up for the Bears. Tipped at the net there, and the Wildcats will draw first blood here as they jump out to a 1-0 lead.
After kind of losing a heartbreak in that first game, it'll be interesting to see how well White Bear can come back in this second game.
Back to serve for the Wildcats. This is Lynch. Sends it over. Tough play by the Bears, and the Wildcats pick up an easy point there.
Depending on how well this next couple of series go, I mean, Coach Sabin may want to take a timeout and just kind of get her team a little bit under wraps.
Played back up off the net. Tough play here. Nicely done by the Bears. Wildcats set up. Far side. Slam. Tough break there for Carmen Backus as she went to go with the big slam and I think caught her on her off arm.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty for White Bear, but they got their first point in this game.
Back to serve for the Bears. This is Vale, the senior. Sent over hard, easily played up. Wildcats set up, far side. Another tough one for Backus, and another point for the Bears. Tied at 2 here early in the second match. Vale back for the Bears. Serve is a good one. Hit low, nothing the Wildcats could do there. Tough one for Sarah Craig as Vale put a beauty out there.
Yeah, it had a little bit of speed to it too on that serve.
We'll see if Vale can do it again. Serve is sent over, far side, falls out of play. Wildcats will regain the serve. Back to serve for the Cats. Senior captain Brooke Mueller. Serve over and a little deep. Nice job there by Vale to let it go. And the Bears regain possession of the serve and another point. They lead at 4-3 here early in the second match.
Yeah, I said before, great heads-up play by Vale. Just noticed she didn't have to put a hand on it.
Wildcats set up, set far side. Backus slam, and it's deep. Bears are going to pick up a point there.
Yeah, it's been a little rough for the second game for Backus. I mean, that's kind of 3 points have gone White Bears' way in which she kind of had a hand in it.
Carmen Backus, only a sophomore, but has some great height. Comes in at 6 feet tall. She's going to be fun to watch in the years to come for the Wildcats. Bears pick up another one. They jump out to a 3-point lead here, 6-3. And this is Hazard, the senior, serving for the Bears. Wildcats set backside. Overplayed nicely up by the Bears. Free ball, unable to get it to go. Wildcats take over the serve. And for the Wildcats, this is sophomore Marie Finch to serve. Sent over, played up by Hazard, but out of play. Head coach Sabat a little frustrated with that one.
Yeah, Hazard just couldn't get her hands underneath of it to get the proper angle on it to set up the next.
Far side, Kian hit the net. Wildcats will pick up the point as it never made it over. And once again, we're tied back here at 6. Finch, the sophomore for the Wildcats, with the serve. Sent over and out of play, just off the mark on the far side.
Yeah, well, in the first game, White Bear was kind of had the lead and kind of extended in the early half of that first game. This one seems to be doing a good job of kind of going back and forth between the Wildcats and White Bear.
Now entering into the game for the Wildcats is junior, number 3, Allison Cunningham. Back to serve, Bears, and it's a good one. Tough play for the Cats. Back set, not quite enough. That was all set up by a beautiful serve by Lake for the Bears. This is Lake again. Sent over, tough one. Net comes in play and count it.
Yeah, just a lucky break there for White Bear. Gets it over the net, and they'll get the point.
Lake again for the Bears. Sends over another good one. Tough play there for Cunningham as she just entered in, and Lake has been sending a couple of beauties over here as of late.
And she's doing an excellent job on her serves and kind of extending this White Bear lead.
Bears lead it 10-6. Lake to serve. Tough one for the Cats, sent to the back. Backus plays over at the easily pitch. Spieth sets, Guion slams, but deep. Wildcats will take over the serve.
Yeah, she just powered that one right through the back of the defense for the Wildcats and easily out of bounds.
Backus back to serve for the Wildcats. Bears lead it 10-7 here in the second match. Set up front. Nice job there by Courtney Hall to get it over. Wildcats unable to play.
Sarah Craig may have been a little bit too far behind the net and just couldn't, if she was up a little bit more, I mean, then there wouldn't be as much of a gap between her and the net itself.
Guion to serve, another good one. Played up front, far side, slam off the top of the net. That was Lynch unable to get it to go. White Bear picks up the point.
In the first game, I mean, White Bear was doing an excellent job on that left side, but for the Wildcats, it's been tough going on that side.
Guion sends it over. Set up. Another slam there, and it was a good one. Count it. Marie Finch gets the point back for the Cats.
Yeah, as soon as I say they're having troubles on the left side, I mean, they get a point right over there.
Back in the game for the Wildcats is senior captain Brooke Mueller. Back to serve for the Wildcats. Craig sends it over. Spieth sets, slam. Out of play, just off the mark by Hall as she tried to go back corner. Bears lead at 12-9 here in the second match. Wildcats took the first one in a late comeback. Easy serve set up. Guion to Spieth. Slammed over, easily played by the Wildcats. Nice block up at the net. They send it back corner, and it's good. A nice play there by Courtney Hall as she sent one to the back corner there and unable to play it.
Yeah, you know you're out of position when you're kind of chasing back, and your best hope is to kind of play it in front of you towards the back of the net.
Hall sends it over at the net. Nice play there by the Bears. Wildcats able to keep it alive. Hall sends it over. Guion will send a back court hit. Nice slam there. Count it good. Marie Finch again. Her second kill tonight.
You know, just an excellent play by Finch. I mean, just seeing the zone. It had the perfect amount of speed and accuracy to get that point.
Finch has been good from that left side thus far here in the second game as they've gotten the ball over to her and she has capitalized. Bears back to play. Spieth sets, slam. Nice dig there by the Wildcats. Finch elects to touch. Bears play it far side, cross court, just off the mark. The ball rolls out of play. The Wildcats get the point.
The White Bear attackers haven't been doing a good job identifying the back line. It kind of led to a couple of points here in the last couple of series.
Grunter to serve for the Wildcats. Tough play there. Nice job by Spieth. Bears with a beautiful play to hold the zone. And a free ball sent back corner. Played up, another free ball coming for the Wildcats. Wildcats set up and sent not quite over Rachel Grunter. I think she'd like to have that one back.
Now, how big was Rachel Hazard on that last series? I mean, just chasing the ball down all over and keeping it alive for White Bear. And sure enough, they come out with the point.
Absolutely. A nice play there, and it led to a huge point for the Bears as they take the lead 14-11 here in our second match. Played up at the net. Nice job there. All over it was Tara DeLong. Count it.
Did an excellent job of reading the defense and realizing she just needs to get it slightly over those Wildcat blockers.
Brooks Spies to serve. Played up by the Wildcats. Far side, slam, nice block at the net. Looks like the Bears will pick up the point. And timeout called here by head coach Bridget Boudon. The Bears lead it here 16-11. We'll be right back after the break.
I make learning a privilege, not a chore. And unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
And welcome back here to the South Campus. The Bears lead it 16-11 over the Wildcats here in the second match. Brooks Spies, the sophomore, back to serve for the Bears.
You know, the Wildcats were down by 5 in the first game, and that's when they started to make their run. So it'll be interesting to see if they can do it again in the second game.
Good start there for the Cats as that one's good. Count it. Brooke Mueller with the spike. Wildcats take over here with the serve. Back to serve for the Cats. This is junior Cassie Lynch. Serve over, played up front. Spies back set. Nice touch there, but the Wildcats regain. Backus far side, just off the mark. It goes out of play. Bears will pick up the point. Now back to serve for the Bears. Madison Vale, the senior. Vale's been good tonight when she's been back there. Played up front. Tough one for the Wildcats. Played at the line. Bears unable to get it to go off the net. Tough break there for the Bears. As looked like they had the Cats where they wanted them and just were unable to coordinate a play there.
Yeah, Cassie Lynch just unable to make a play there on that third attempt.
Brooke Mueller to serve. Sends it over. Hazard to play to Spies. Guion sends one back court. Played up. Far side, Backus goes cross the court, and a nice play by Backus. Perfect spot there, Michael.
Oh, it was fantastic. I mean, the left side's been giving her trouble all night, but that time she had a perfectly executed spike there.
Mueller back to serve, sends it over. Played up, Spies with a back set. Nice job there. Taryn DeLong to finish for the Bears. Bears lead it 18-14 here late in the second match. Wildcats snuck away with the first one. See if the Bears can hold on. Played up front. Backus again, cross side. Nice job by Guion. Spies sends it back court. Played up, close side, sent. Nice job by the Bears to recover. Hazard. And the Bears unable, called for a cradle. Wildcats get the point. Cunningham checks back in to serve for the Wildcats as they trail 3 here late in the second match. Spies sets. Nice block at the net there by Backus. I think Backus and Sarah Craig may have combined there for, Backus and Grunter combined for a nice block.
Yeah, they did a fantastic job of setting that block to where it go because White Bear committed a little too many offensive players, leaving that side of the court open.
Spike is good, a nice job there. Michaela Gratz gets it to go. The Bears jump out to a 3-point lead here late, 19-16. Let's see if they can close it out. In to serve for the Bears. This is Anessa Lake. Lake's been good, just like Vail, two of their top servers. Sent over, and right there, a nice one. Cunningham unable to handle it as Vail sent a bullet. Lake sent a good one over.
Yeah, she did, and just excellent job at Cunningham just unable to get kind of in front of it and like get the proper angle so it could go back towards the net.
Lake again sends one deep, played up by the Wildcats. Far side, Backus. Played nicely, Spieth, cross side, Guion. Just off the mark, it looked good to me, but it looked like it trickled deep. Tough break there for the Bears.
Yeah, it was pretty close, and Backus is just doing an excellent job of spiking the ball along the long side of the net.
Backus to serve. Spieth catches him off guard with the little tap there. Nice play by Brooke Spieth.
Yeah, just a great, as you said, just a great heads-up play there. She knew where the defenders was and just finds the soft spot in the zone.
Bears lead at 21-17 here late in the second match. Checking in now, Adriana Perrin for the Bears. And we've got a quick stoppage in play here. Quick timeout taken by head coach Bridget Boudin.
Yeah, they're down 4 at this point. I mean, they were down 4 at the last timeout too. Let's discuss social media. Hey, go to Facebook and like us. Our Facebook page is facebook.com/TB9sports. And hey, we also have a Twitter account. Follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/TB19sports. A lot of great stuff there.
Can catch all the latest highlights and action, keep up on scores and everything sports with our Fab Five here tonight. Volleyball, White Bear Lake, the South Campus. The Bears at home to take on the Wildcats from Chisago.
Yeah,
Bears trying to close her out here, Michael.
Oh, for sure. It was definitely kind of around this time where Santiago kind of went on that run to tie the game back up in that first game in order to steal it.
Sent over, Wildcats set up. They tip deep. Guion's there, sends it to Spieth. Cross side, Wildcats with a beautiful block. Guion there to cover. Tipped again, played up. Spieth sets. Close set. And just off the mark. Good heads-up play by Cunningham for the Wildcats as they sneak away with the point. I think a little miscommunication there by Spieth and Courtney Hall. 21-18. The Bears lead it. Sent over, Spieth to set. Hall slams her home, count it. That ice one there by Courtney Hall, the junior.
Yeah, just a fantastic spike. We've seen like plenty of those from White Bear and just giving it far enough to the back line, but the back line just unable for the Whitecaps to make a play and get the dig.
Hall picks up the serve for the Bears, trying to close out, 22-18. Sent over, tap. Up front, Spieth there. Nice job putting it into play. Wildcats recover. Send one back court, not quite in. That one falls deep. The Bears pick up another point. Let's see if they can finish out here as Hall takes the serve. Sends it over backcourt, set by the Wildcats, tipped to the middle. Spieth sets, slam, touched by the Wildcats. The Bears will pick up another point.
Yeah, that wasn't touched by Sarah Clegg. That had a good chance of going out and getting the ball back for the Wildcats.
Yeah, lucky break there for Perrin as she sent one a little deep, but was bailed out by Craig getting a hand on it. 24-18, final match point here. Hall sends it over. Played up to the middle, far side, spike coming, easily played by Guion. Perrin slams, but a little deep. That one falls outside. Wildcats get another shot at life here. Bears lead at 24-19. Back to serve is the senior captain, Rachel Grunter, for the Wildcats. Trying to go on a 6-point run here and steal another one. Set, spike, no good. A little bit deep for DeLong.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like if White Bear could get it to fall in bounds, like in front of the defenders, I mean, they're going long. I mean, they've just been powering through a lot of their hits.
Grunter sends an easy one over, played up. Spiess with the set. Far side, Perrin, count it. The Bears steal the second game. 25-20, the second match goes to the hometown Bears. And after two, we're all knotted up at one, Michael.
Yeah, White Bear did an excellent job of closing that game out. I mean, preventing the Wildcat run. So for them, in order to kind of force the tie and like take it back like they did in the first game. So White Bear evens out the series at 1-1.
So you heard it, the Bears take the second match to even it up at one. We'll be back for the third match right after this.
Sometimes all it takes to be a dad is remembering how to be a kid again. Take time to be a dad today.
And welcome back to the South Campus alongside Michael Lawrence. I'm Jeb Brand. All knotted up at one here after a couple of matches as we get set for game three. Take a look at head coach for the Wildcats, Bridget Boudon.
Yeah, I think Boudon, for the most part, I mean, I think she's been smart with her timeouts. I mean, White Bear hasn't gone on like a huge run where they can say that the Wildcats are completely out of the game. So I think she's definitely efficient with her timeouts. And there's head coach Courtney Sabat. This is her first year. And it would be huge for White Bear if they could pick up their second win on the season.
Absolutely, Sabat in her first year, as Michael touched on, and looking to rewrite the script for the Bears as we get underway here in match three between the Wildcats and the Bears. The Bears strike first on a little touch play there by Taryn DeLong. And back to serve for the Bears. This is Brooke Spiess, the sophomore. Sent over, played up by the Cats. Set far side, whiff on the spike, but it works out. A good heads-up play there by the Bears, but play continues. Once again, set far side, spike, and a huge block. Michaela Gratz all over it. Nice job there by Gratz.
Yeah, excellent job there. Also, DeLong on the block as well, providing that wall for Wildcats unable to get a point.
Spiess again sends it over, play to the middle. Nice touch play there, heads-up play by DeLong. Off to a quick lead here. The Bears jump out to a 3-0 lead. On the serving from sophomore Brooke Spiess. Sent out to the middle. Set is good. Spike hammered in. A nice play there by the Wildcats. Is Finch with the spike. Beautiful set by senior Grunter for the Wildcats.
Yeah, Finch will get the first point for Wildcats. Kind of stop the bleeding a little bit here as they're down 3-1.
Lynch back to serve for the Wildcats. Deep spike played up by Guion. Spiess with the middle set. A nice touch there by DeLong. Wildcats able to cover. Grunter sends it over. Gratz plays it up. Hazard tries to go cross side. That one falls out of play. Wildcats pick up the point.
Yeah, Hazard didn't quite get the angle that she wanted, and when she got that third touch, just goes out of bounds on her.
Bears lead at 3-2. Lynch back to serve. Tries to sneak one in, but not quite enough as it falls short. White Bear picks up the point and the serve.
Yeah, just not enough arm on that serve.
Back to serve for the Bears. This is Rachel Hazard, the senior. A quick stoppage in play. We take that back. Coming in to serve is Madison Vale, the senior. She's been solid tonight. From behind the serving line, we'll see if she can do it again. Vale hammers one deep. Played up by the Cats. Backus sends one cross. Vale with a nice touch. Up to the net, tough play for Guion, and Wildcats grab the point. A tough break there. It was a nice play by Vale, but Just unable to coordinate over to Spies. Sent deep on a serve there by Mueller. White Bear heads up play there to let it go.
Yeah, heads up play there by Hazard. She knew right away that it was going to be out of bounds.
Now this is Hazard back to serve. Sends one into the middle. Grunter with the set. Backcourt spike, no good. Finch on the spike, just couldn't get it to go.
Yeah, just unable to have enough power to get it over the net and get it back into Bear territory.
Hazard to serve again. White Bear leads it 6-3. Count it. That's an ace. Hazard puts it in the right spot. Picks up the easy point there.
Just an excellent job out of Hazard, like knowing where the line is, but still keeping it in bounds.
Silky smooth touch. Counted good for one. Same spot, Hazard puts it. Grunter to set. Spikes, good. Hazard with a diving play. Spies back set. Put it down. White Bear with a huge point. Gratz on the spike, and it all set up there by Hazard.
Yeah, just excellent job. I mean, keeping her feet moving in order to get underneath the ball. Just keeping that play alive, and White Bear is going on a bit of a run right now.
White Bear leads it by 5, 8-3. Hazard down the line. Grunter to set. Backus up. Off the net. Hazard able to play it. The Wildcats scrambling. Easy ball set up for the Bears, but a nice block there. Huge block by Backus for the Wildcats. And a nice play by the Cats to pick up the point.
Yeah, everybody on White Bear's side was up front, and just an excellent job in knowing where the defenders are by the Wildcats to get that point in the back row.
Game 3, starting to get some intensity here. Back to serve for the Wildcats is Finch. Sends a good one in. Nice play by Vale. Guion sends it over. Grunter sets. Spike, good. Nice block there by the Bears. Backcourt falls out of play. Looks like it fell in play. I apologize.
Yeah.
Wildcats pick up the point. A nice spot there. Put it right in the corner.
Yeah, it was very close, but it was definitely in.
Bears lead it 8-5. Finch back to serve. Set up in the middle. Spieth to set for Guion. Just taps it. Guion back to Spieth. Back set. Gratz far side. And that one falls out of play. Wildcats with the point.
Now the Wildcats are starting to make a little bit run of their own in order to tie up this game.
8-6. Finch again with the serve. Sends it into that soft spot of the White Bear defense, and it gets him again. Vale having a tough time. Finch has put it right in that soft spot of the defense, and head coach Courtney Sabat elects to take a timeout. Probably a good time for it.
I agree. For sure that's a good timeout. I mean, Wildcats just kind of went on about a 5-0 run here in order to pull within one. It's kind of like in basketball when a team kind of goes on a hot streak. I mean, you kind of take a timeout, slow them down a little bit, and regroup your defense, and hopefully kind of get some offensive opportunities.
Exactly. Well, folks, we want to remind you, we're always looking for volunteers here at TV19. If you're interested, contact Arlen Becker. You see the number there on your screen. Or feel free to shoot him an email at arlen@onlocationtv.org.
Yeah, I know we said at the beginning of the broadcast, it's kind of warm in here. You just saw some fans kind of fanning themselves, and you know what? I don't think it's gotten any cooler in here.
No, it certainly hasn't, and especially with the intensity of this game heating up, it's sure a hot one in here.
Oh, for sure.
Back at it now, Finch for the Wildcats as the Bears hold on to a 1-point lead. Spieth sets, slam, but just off the end mark there. Wildcats pick up another point. Courtney Hall was the spiker for the Bears, unable to find that back line.
Yeah, if you're Coach Sabat, you hate to see that, giving up a point, tying up the game right after the timeout.
And a long one by Finch, which is a little uncharacteristic as she went on about a 6-0 run there. Nevertheless, the bleeding stops for the Bears as they regain the lead, 9-8 here in match number 3. Each team with a match under their belt thus far. Back to serve for the Bears. Anessa Lake here, the senior. Sent up, Tough play there for Sauersig for the Wildcats.
Yeah, Sauersig just didn't get the angle. She wanted to come out or have the ball come off her off of that dig, and leads to the easy point for the Wildcats, or for White Bear.
Thus far, Vale and Lake have been dynamite from the serving. That one there falls a little bit deep. Tough break there for the Bears. Wildcats pick up the point. They trail by 1. This is Backus back to serve for the Wildcats. Sent over, tough play, nice job by Lake. Spieth sets far side, Guion puts it in. Nice play there by Grunter. Free ball for the Bears. Hazard plays to Spieth. Guion again, sends it back court. Wildcats there to recover. Hazard up to Spieth, back set. Nice job there, count it, it's good. Courtney Hall with the hammer. White Bear takes a 2-point lead, 11-9 here in match number 3.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed about White Bear is they kind of have to be careful about this, but when they're attacking the ball, I mean, everyone's kind of grouping together, and that's going to lead to some opportunities for the Wildcats to get some points.
Guion back to serve. Wildcats play it up. Grunter the set. Spike just played over. Perfect spot there by the Cats. Is unable to come up with it.
Yeah, Perrin just unable to lay out in order to get her length on it so she could get that dig.
Bears lead it by 1, 11-10. Back to serve for the Wildcats is Sarah Craig. She looks to tie it up here. She sends a light one, not quite enough, isn't going to make it. And the Bears pick up the easy point there.
Yeah, Rachel Hazard coming out for White Bear, and like she's been a fantastic player for the Bears. And talk about good on-court awareness, knowing where everything's at.
Certainly, she's been all over the court there, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Back at it here, the Bears set cross side. Perrin sends it over. Played up, Grunter for the Wildcats, sends it. Guion to Spieth, Perrin again at the net, tipped up front. Wildcats recover. Slammed home. Beautiful block there by DeLong for the Bears as she picks up the point.
DeLong's been impressive right there in the middle of the net, kind of setting up plays and getting blocks of her own, just doing a great job.
Back to serve for the Bears, just a bit deep. Courtney Hall was looking to pick up an ace, just sailed a little deep. Rachel Hazard checks back in defensively for the Bears as Hall takes a breather. This is Grunter, the senior setter, to serve for the Wildcats. It's good. Perrin sends one, tipped at the line.
Looks like they awarded the point to the Wildcats.
I think it may have caught the out-of-bounds stick there. Grunter, nice solid serve played off by the Bears. Beautiful hammer down there by DeLong. Wildcats unable to dig, a nice point there.
DeLong's definitely been the player for White Bear in this game 3, kind of coming on strong in this one.
She certainly has. She's been huge in this third match. Spieth back to serve for the Bears. Played up, Grunter set. Spike is good, tipped at the line. Bears unable to get to it. Wildcats pick up the point.
Yeah, it looks like Gratz just kind of lost where she was on the court and where the ball was headed.
14-13, White Bear leads it. Back to serve is Lynch for the Wildcats. Sends it over, Guion up to Spieth, far side. Gratz sends one in. Dug out nicely by the Wildcats, but unable to corral the rest of it, and the Bears pick up the point.
Yeah, this seems like how every game has gone. I mean, White Bear kind of gets a lead, inches it forward, and then the Wildcats inch a little bit back, but then White Bear goes up a little bit more again. And then pretty soon White Bear will go on their run and take like a 4, go up by 4.
Madison Vale's been solid tonight, sends another good one over. Backus sends to the middle, free ball for the Bears. There's Hazard. Spieth far side, Guion sends one over. Played up nicely, Grunter again to the middle. It'll be another free ball for the Bears. Hazard's there, Spieth with the set. Tipped over by Guion. Grunter the other way, set, spike. Count it, good for the Wildcats. A nice volley there back and forth. Marie Finch finishes up for the Wildcats. Back to serve for Chisago. Brooke Mueller, the senior, as they trail 15-14 here. Game 3, far side. That one falls out of play. Bears pick up the easy point. And checking back into the game is junior number 9, Courtney Hall. Hazard back to serve. Tough break there as she catches the net. Easy point for Chisago. They regain the serve.
Yeah, it's probably about the first serve that White Bear has left short. I mean, when they miss, they've been missing long.
Sent over, played up, Spies, back set. Nice hammer there. Chisago able to recover. Backcourt set, unable to get it to go. Was the Wildcats. I believe that was Grace Maloney for the Wildcats. Nevertheless, the Bears lead at 17-15. Back to serve. This is Lake. She's been good tonight. Sends a tough one back. Wildcats play over a free ball. Spies to set. Sent over. Counted. It's good. A perfectly placed ball there by Courtney Hall. You could see the look on her face. She got away with one there. Timeout taken again here by head coach Bridget Boudin for the Wildcats. The Bears lead it 18-15 late here in match 3. We'll be right back after this.
People think I'm trash, but they're wrong. Today I'm just an aluminum can, but one day I could be a stadium.
Welcome back to the South Campus here in White Bear Lake. The Bears hold on to a 3-point lead, 18-15. Lake sends it over. The Wildcats to set. Grunner far side. Maloney sends it over for the Wildcats. Hammered down, unable to corral it. Nice job there by Courtney Hall. The Bears go up by 4.
Yeah, the Bears just doing a good job coming out of the timeout and getting the point.
Anessa Lake again for the Bears, back to serve. Sends a bullet over, but a little deep. And Chisago will pick up the serve. Back to serve is sophomore Carmen Backus, excuse me.
Yeah, White Bear, they may need to work on a little bit of control. I mean, they've been powering through their serves and they've been going long.
Backus sends one over. Lake up to the front of the net, played by the Wildcats. Spies sets one deep. Cats able to recover up front, tipped at the line, and unable to play it there. A little miscommunication by the Bears. Unfortunate break. The Cats take the point.
Yeah, as you said, a little miscommunication there by Lake and Guillaume. Kind of don't know who was going where.
Tipped over, free ball for the Cats. They send it up. Grunter there. Set, spike is good, but deep. Out of play, White Bear comes away with the point. As they lead it 20-17 late here in the third match. One game aside thus far. This is Guillaume to serve. She sends a beauty, count it, that's an ace. 21-17. And another timeout called by head coach Boudin. So as we get set here for the final points late here in the third match, we'll be back right after this.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
welcome back as we get set for the final points here of match number 3 between the Bears and the Wildcats. Keon sends one over, played up, Grunter the set, tapped over by the Cats. Spieth sets, slam, nice job by Maloney. Far side, tipped at the net. White Bear comes away with the point. Huge point there as they take a 22-17 lead here over the Wildcats.
Keon just doing an excellent job of serving this last couple of series.
Guion sends it over. Grunter to set, far side, slam cross court. Guion with a nice dig. Spieth sets for Perrin. Played over nicely by Maloney. Far side again, Perrin sends one, middle of the court. Grunter there to set for the Cats. Far side, that one's gonna go out. A nice job there by Lynch, but just couldn't get it to go. White Bear picks up the point.
Yeah, if the Wildcats could go cross court on the Bears, I mean, there's opportunities to be had. I mean, the Bears just kind of bunch up on the offensive sets.
Far side again, Lynch sends one into the middle. Tough spot played by the Bears. Sent over easily by Hall. Grunter to set again. Lynch can't touch it. Bears pick up another one. Match point coming up.
Lynch just mistimed her the Wildcats' third attempt and just couldn't able to get it over the net.
Cara Guion to serve, match point for the Bears, 24-17. Sent up, tipped over, caught the Bears sleeping. A nice job there by the Cats, as they've still got a little life left in them.
Yeah, sleeping's probably definitely the right word there, as everyone was kind of looking at where the ball was going and no one was making an attempt to go to it.
Sarah Craig will serve for the Wildcats as they trail 24-18. Beautiful serve sent middle. Spieth sets. Nice stop at the net there. Sent back corner. And the Bears pick one up on a tough play in the back corner. And that should do it. White Bear comes away with match number 3 to take a 2-1 lead here. And so the Bears pick up match number 3. They take a 2-1 lead, and as they go to half, we'll be back after this.
Everywhere that we go, he makes people laugh and makes people smile, and I feel like I have that quality.
He's the one who always takes me fishing.
I watch golf with him. And
I watch him cook, because when I grow up, I want to be a cook too.
We have the same faces like this.
Dad is the one, when you fall, that picks you up.
That unconditional sense of presence and reassurance is really what makes him my father.
And welcome back to the South Campus here in White Bear Lake alongside Michael Lawrence. I'm Jeff Brand, glad to have you with us tonight.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good match so far. White Bear, I mean, they've been kind of playing with the lead. They're playing as the favorites. I mean, they always kind of had a little bit of lead each time. Wildcats just they've been chipping away at it, but, I mean, they've only led this game once about the entire time.
Well, they were able to sneak away with a victory in the match number 1 as they trailed by 6 late in the match, able to claw away, like you said, and come away with a victory as we get set here for match number 4. Bears take the last 2, have a 2-1 lead here. Special thanks goes out to our program director, Anthony Miller, to run in a couple of ice-cold waters, as it is a tad bit steamy here in the South Campus Gymnasium.
Yeah, it's game number 4, so conditioning's going to be playing a part here in this later half. So we'll see how well these two teams are conditioned. I mean, maybe White Bear has been conditioned to playing like such a warm gym, and it is steamy.
It certainly is. Looked like head coach for the Wildcats, Boudon, had a few things to say to her squad as they've been right there, just unable to come away with the victory in the last 2 matches. Like you said, it was able to sneak away one here in match number 1, and could see her just kind of pumping up the team, saying, we're right there. We just need a couple more.
Yeah, they've been playing.
Plays.
They've been playing well, but once like White Bear gets like to 18 points, their offense just kind of stalls.
We'll see if they've got some adjustments here, as they need to come away with a W, or the Bears will walk away with tonight's victory. As we get set here for match number 4. Looks like Brooke Spiess will serve for the Bears here to start. And match 4 underway. Played up to the front. Grunter with the set right in the middle. Hammered home. Nice job there by Brooke Mueller, the senior captain.
Yeah, Mueller just gets it going for the Wildcats, getting a strong first point.
Beautiful set by Grunter, and Mueller with the finish. Back to serve for the Wildcats. This is Lynch. Sent over, played up front. Spiess, cross set. Back corner. Just falls a little bit long. Nice job there by DeLong, but couldn't get it to go. Wildcats pick up the point.
Yeah, I thought that may have been inside, but guess the refs are telling me I'm wrong.
All the way back, Vance plays it up. Sent over, easy ball for the Wildcats. Set, Mueller tipped at the line. Big hammer by Perrin. The Wildcats unable to recover. Nice job by Adriana Perrin for the Bears as they cut the lead in half. It's now 2-1 Wildcats.
Yeah, that was not a good touch by Craig. I mean, it just kind of went off a bad angle on that first touch and led to the White Bear point.
Madison Vale's been good tonight. Good serve. Grunter set, spike. Huge bomb by Backus. White Bear able to recover, and Vale from the back corner unable to get it to go.
Yeah, Vale was trying to go cross court, just didn't have the height on it.
Well, not to mention Vale, one of the shorter gals on the Lady Bears roster, coming in at 5'3". It's tough to spike from the back corner there. Back to serve for the Wildcats, unable to get it over. That was Sauersig. Bears get the point. And now Rachel Hazard, the senior, will serve for the Bears. Sent over. Grunter. Sent back over by Backus. Spiess to set. Hammered in. Unable to get it to go, and a nice job by Gratz with the spike.
Just an excellent job by Gratz, just powering the ball through the Wildcat blockers and just get the point, tie up the game.
All tied at 3. Hazard the serve. Good spot, tough play. Grunter able to keep it alive. Sauersig unable to convert from that back corner. Tough play for Sauersig.
Yeah, Grunter just put a little too much arc in there and forcing the ball to go backwards.
Hazard again, sends it deep. That one's gonna fly out deep there. Easy point for the Wildcats. Game all knotted up here at 4 in match number 4. White Bear leads it 2-1. The Wildcats trying to force a rubber match. Played up, Spiess set up front. Grunter for the Wildcats. Far set, Backus sends one in. Vale unable to come up with the dig. Wildcat point.
You know, Backus has really kind of settled down here in the 4th game, going cross court and just gets another one to land, and she's been doing that last couple of games.
Finch to serve for the Wildcats. Sent up front. Count it. Courtney Hall with the slam there. Nice job by Hall.
Yeah, Courtney Hall going cross court herself against the point.
Back to serve for the Bears is senior Inessa Lake. She's been good tonight. We'll see if she can put the Bears up. Serve set, Backus the set. Sent over by Grunter. Spiess for the Bears. Tapped at the line, but unable to get it to go. And a nice job again by Hall for the point.
Second time this game that the Wildcats just unable to connect on their block.
Nessa Lake back to serve for the Bears. They lead it 6-5 here, game number 4. Tough play there. Finch tried to set it. Grunter unable to get under it. Bears pick up an easy point. They lead it by 2. Serve deep. Grunter there. Backus the slam. Easy play for Vale. Set up. Guillen. Back corner. And a little bit deep for Cara Guillen. As the Wildcats take over. Backus to serve. Sent over. Played up front. Tough play there. And the Wildcats come away with the point. Tough play for Brooke Spiess. All tied up here at 7 in match number 4. Backus is back to serve for the Wildcats. Sent over, played up to the front. Spiess the set. Spike, good. Played up front, Grunter taps. Spiess again. Sent up, Guillen, unable to tap her over. Wildcat point.
Yeah, the Wildcats able to pull off a successful block to get the lead back again.
Backus again, back to serve. Only a sophomore for the Wildcats. Good one sent up front. Tough play for Spiess. Bears get away with one there. Grunter sends one cross court. Spiess to set, back set, slam, count it. Whammo, Courtney Hall. She's been good in this game 4. Now checking into the game is Haley Vance, the senior for the Bears. Hall's been a force to be reckoned with here in game number 4. Up front, unable to tap at the net there as Hall and Spiess went up together, but able to sneak one in. Were the Wildcats. They pick up the point, and they lead by 1, 9-8 here.
Yeah, this game, much more than the others, has kind of been going back and forth between these two teams. I mean, no teams have been able to get a little bit of separation. Unlike the previous ones where it seemed like the White Bear would kind of jump out to a little bit of lead and they would keep extending it. And sure, the Wildcats would come up where it wouldn't get too out of hand, but this one's been going back and forth really well.
Back to serve for the Wildcats. This is Lindstrom, Kenzie Lindstrom here. Sent over, played up, tough play for Spiess, is able to keep it alive. A nice job there. Wildcats to play, send it over. Spiess to set, far side. Vance sends one over, and that one catches Lindstrom in the chest. An easy point for the Bears, and a nice job by Haley Vance to send one over.
That was just a bullet coming right towards Lindstrom. I mean, if she could have gotten out of the way, that probably would have been out.
Back to serve for the Bears. This is Hall. Good one there by Hall. Sent over. Grunter has to set back. Tapped over nicely there by Lindstrom. Back the other way. Whammo. DeLong sends it in, and it's another Bear point. Bears lead at 10-9 here in match number 4. Courtney Hall back to serve for the Bears. Sent over, played up. Grunter the set. Spike. Easily played by the Bears. Free ball for the Cats. Grunter with a nice backhand set there. Vance plays it up. Spiess back to Vance. Tapped at the line there. Once again, Vance will have another shot at it. Tapped again. Grunter is all over the net here. Set over, played down by Mueller, all the way back. Guillen is there. Send over a free ball. Wildcats reset. Grunter up front. Spike is good. Tough play for the Bears. Unable to get it to go. A great volley by both sides, but the Wildcats come away with the point.
Yeah, just an excellent job by those defenses, keeping the ball alive and not giving up either side of the court.
Huge play there by Rachel Grunter, the senior. She'll take over the serve here for the Wildcats. As 2 blocks to keep the ball and the volley alive there, and eventually her team comes away with a huge point. Guion back, Hazard has to play it. Vance, swing and a miss. I think she'd like to have that one back.
Yeah, usually
Wildcats pick up the point.
Usually she does a good job of playing on the ball, but that time it got a little bit away from her.
Grunter to serve, sends one deep. Guion's there to play. Spies sets up Vance. Vance cross court. Wildcats are there. Back the other way. That's going to be deep. Tough play there for Lynch. Yeah, mistimed her jump just a bit.
The ball just got a little bit away from her.
All knotted up here at 11 in this exciting match number 4. Brooke Spies back to serve for the Bears. Sent over, tough play here. Wildcats unable to come up with it. And the Bears with the point.
Just not a good defensive set by the Wildcats. Kind of leads to an easy point for the Bears.
Spies again for the Bears. Tapped up front, Grunter the set, right at the net. Nice job there. Held on, Spies gets a shot at it. Sent over, Grunter the set. Mueller sends it to the middle. Spies to set, back set, slam. Wildcats continue to play it. Free ball for the Bears. Sent over, back set. Tapped over by Gratz. And the Cats send one. Spies to set. Tapped into the middle. Wildcats, tough play. They keep it alive. Sent over. Another good volley here, Michael.
Oh, fantastic volley for both teams.
Bears come away with the point on an Aaron hip there by Grace Maloney. White Bear leads it 13-11.
Yeah, the intensity has definitely picked up in this game 4. I mean, you can just feel it on the court.
Spies back to serve, sends one into a soft zone there. Grunter the set, off the net, unable to get it to go was Cassie Lynch. White Bear picks up the point. Bears lead it 14-11. Once again, Spies, tough one. Wildcats able to keep it alive. Spies to set, back set, slam. I think she caught the net though. Wildcats get away with one there. Nice dig by Grunter, but.
Yeah, the back line for the Wildcats have been kind of having a tough time in this game 4 and kind of redeemed themselves on that last play.
Served by the Cats, sent up front. Spies taps, tough spot for the Cats. Free ball coming up. And once again, tapped over. Grunter plays it up. Middle set, Mueller tapped there. And up in front, another free ball coming. Grunter sets up, spike, tap, count it. Brooke Mueller gets it to go, the senior.
Just a little too far for Spies to kind of get underneath that ball to set up the offensive possession.
Wildcats cut the lead to 1, 14-13. The Bears lead it here in the 4th match. Sent over, played up, tough play for Spies, unable to get there. The Cats tie it up. And a timeout called by head coach Courtney Sabat. So as they take a timeout, so will we. All knotted up here at 14 in game 4. We'll be right back after this.
Sometimes all it takes to be a dad is remembering how to be a kid again. Take time to be a dad today.
And welcome back here to South Campus here in White Bear Lake. The Wildcats from Chisago all knotted up with the hometown Bears here in match number 4. Sent deep right off the bat. That one trails out. White Bear picks up the point. And Michael, this 4th match has been back and forth, just trading punches here.
Oh, for sure. I mean, they've just been both teams have been doing an excellent job of getting points where they need to.
Big serve there, too much to handle for the Cats, as that was Vale for the Bears. As she sends a bullet over the net.
Yeah, Asiago's back line having a little bit of a tough time in this match.
Vale again sends another bullet to the back corner. Backus plays it up to the net. Tap by DeLong, hazards there. Sent over, Guion sends one, a little deep. The Wildcats bailed out there by an errant hit by Guion. 16-15, the Bears lead it. As the Wildcats get set to serve, back to serve is Cunningham, junior for the Wildcats. And the serve, hazards there to play it up. Spieth sets, slam, just a tad out. Tough break there, nice job by Gratz getting a hammer on it, but just out. Cats pick up the point.
Yeah, White Bears.
Gratz can't believe it.
White Bears like doing an excellent job. Like they've been showing some power behind their spikes.
Cunningham again sends one, hazards there. Spieth to the set, back set. Catches DeLong off guard there. And the Wildcats pick up the point.
Yeah, it looked like DeLong just kind of misjudged where the ball was going and got a little bit away from her.
Wildcats take the lead, 17-16 here. Sent up, nice play by Spieth, keep it alive. Tapped around at the net. Once again, Spieth for Guion, sends it out to the middle. Grunter's there, Backus sends one over. Spieth again, back set. Big hit by Gratz, touched at the line. Bears get the point. Michaela Gratz put it in a good spot that time.
Yeah, this is probably about the fourth time we've seen the back line for the Wildcats just kind of go behind themselves, kind of putting it out of play.
All knotted up at 17. Back to serve for the Bears is DeLong. She sends one over. Tough play for the Cats. And a nice serve there by DeLong. Puts the Bears up 18-17 here late in the fourth match. White Bear trying to close out. DeLong with a bullet. Nice job by Cunningham. Grunter sets to Backus. Easy play for the Bears. Spieth back set to Gratz. Grunter can't play it. That one's going to trail out. Point Bears, count it.
Yeah, the last two times on Cunningham, or DeLong's been going straight towards Cunningham, so we'll see if she goes there again for a third time.
Well, checking in is Sauersig on the defensive side. As you mentioned, DeLong was going right at her.
Yeah, she goes right towards that area again.
Sent over, back court, played by DeLong. Bears are going to have a tough one here. They send it over. Grunter sets. Hammered down, but not sure if that one caught the net or a nice block. Nevertheless, it's a Bears point as they lead it 20-17, trying to close out the Wildcats.
Yeah, they're going on a little bit of a run.
DeLong to serve. Middle, tough play for the Cats. Backus sends it back. DeLong there to play. Sent up. Vale sends one over. Hammered down. Tough play for the Wildcats as they scramble. They're able to regroup. DeLong to Spieth. Spike. Deep. Cats get away with one there as Courtney Hall sent one a little deep. A lucky break there for the Wildcats as the Bears had some momentum. Wildcats send it over. Spieth to set. Nice job there by Hall. All the way back, Hazard plays it up. Spieth again sets for Gratz. Tapped over, Vale's there to cover. Spieth again, back set, Gratz off the top of the net. The Wildcats pick up the point. They cut it to one here as the Bears lead it 20-19. Late in this fourth match, Wildcats trying to force a game 5. Sent over, Vale up. Tough play there by Spieth. Bears get away with one. Grunter sets. Backus taps over. Spieth again sets. Hammered. touched by the Cats. The Bears get the point.
Excellent touch and control on that spike.
Getting late here in game number 4. The Bears trying to close out. They got a 21-19 lead as the Cats take a timeout. Head coach Bridget Boudon wants to regroup. So as they take a timeout, so will we. 21-19, the Bears lead it. We'll be back right after this.
I make learning a privilege, not a chore. And unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
Back at it here. Bears looking to close out as they lead it 21-19. Back to serve is Lake for the Bears. She sends a bullet to the back. It's played up to the front. Backus played over by the Cats. Spieth sets for Guion. Guion just can't get it to go here as of late. The Wildcats come away with the point.
Yeah, White Bear has the power, but they just need to work on their control and knowing where that back line is because they do go long on their offense attacks.
Hazard plays it up to Spieth. Back set. Once again, it's deep. You just touched on it. That was Courtney Hall unable to get it to go. The Wildcats tie it up at 21 here. Backus back to serve. Sent up. Tough play. Nice job there by Spieth. Brooks Spieth, 5'4", able to get up to the net there and steal a point for the Bears. A nice job by Spieth.
Yeah, she definitely used her power a little bit, just out-muscled the Wildcat blocker.
Bears send it over. Grunter the set. Tapped over. Bears don't fall for it. Far set for Vance. Vance gets it to go. The Bears take a 23-21 lead over the Wildcats here late.
In this match, it's been a game of runs. I mean, White Bear will go on a little bit of a run, then the Wildcats will answer right back and go on a mini run of their own.
We'll see if the Bears can finish this one out. 23-21, Guion the serve. Unable to play it with Sauersig. The Wildcats down to their final point. And there's another timeout by head coach Bridget Boudon as they're trying to regroup here before this one gets going.
And we're going to talk about our social media. Be sure to like us on Facebook. That is at facebook.com/TV19sports. And also follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/TV19sports. Got a lot of good content right there on our social media. Yeah, this back line, especially late in this match, just unable to handle the power that's coming at them from the White Bear attack. And I mean, they just can't get in front of it. And like when they do, they just don't get the angle. And so the ball is just kind of going directly behind them. They're unable to push the ball forward in order to get their offense attack going.
Now we'll see if the Bears can close out here as they hold on to a 1-point lead, 24-21. Match point coming up. Cara Guion will serve for the Bears. Sent over, tough spot. Grunter there. Tapped over. The Bears back the other way. Spieth sends it over. Up front, free ball for the Bears. They'll set up. Spieth again, set, hammer, ball game. Count it. Courtney Hall finishes out. And the Bears sneak away with a 25-21 victory here in match number 4.
You know, the White Bears been playing good all night. I mean, they kind of let one get away from them in the first game, kind of led all of that game, but Wildcats just doing an excellent job of keeping with them and kind of eventually stealing the first one, but then it was all White Bear winning 3 straight to close out this game.
Absolutely. So head coach Courtney Sabat in her first year as the Bears head coach is undefeated here to start out the 2015-2016 season. The Bears take away game number 4 and win the final here 3-1. From Jeb Brand alongside Michael Lawrence, thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you again next time.